Hi there, I'm Trainer Julia coming to you from Qualicum, and today I'm going to do a full workout for you using compound exercises. Compound exercises use more than one large muscle group in one single movement. And the nice thing about compound exercises is you can back-to-back them and you can do several in a row to get an all-over excellent body workout. So the equipment you will need to do this workout with me today is a mat and two weights. I'm using two 10-pound, you can use 5-pound or smaller, whatever you feel comfortable doing. It's kind of an intermediate to advanced workout. It's a little bit on the difficult side. However, if you just want to do one round or 2 rounds, that's great too. But if you want to go for it today, join me in all 3 rounds. So compound exercises, all over body workout, and without further ado, let's go. Do it. All right, here we go with our first exercise in this compound workout. We're going to do front lateral raises combined with a squat. Try to go down nice and low to about 90 degrees in your squat. Sit back as if you're sitting in a chair and do not allow the knees to go over the toes. With the upper body portion of the movement, the lateral raises, try not to lift your arms higher than 90 degrees. Keep your movements nice and strong and controlled. If you feel like you're fatiguing, you can slow down or take a rest for about 5 seconds and then join me again. Again, this is a great all-over exercise that exercises the muscles in the shoulders, the butt, the thighs, and even the calves. During our 15-second rest periods, take a moment to breathe, regroup, shake it out a bit, and look in the corner of the screen, and that will show you what our next exercise is going to be. Here we go, what fun! Here's our second move, which is a standing military press with touch front. Looks similar to what we call an Arnold press. Some of you may say, hey, this isn't a compound movement, she's only using her arms. However, because we're doing this standing, we're targeting our ab muscles, those all-important core muscles that keep us strong and standing up straight. So that's what makes it a compound movement. If you're doing it in a seated position, your abs would not have to work as hard. Again, keep your movements nice and controlled and don't lock out your elbows at the top of the movement. You see there at the top, I'm not going quite to extension. I'm keeping my arms a little bit bent. That's to keep you from overextending at the top. Okay, we're entering into our 15 seconds of rest, but you're going to need to get down on the ground for the next movement. See it in the corner of the screen? Coming up next. Okay, this is probably the most challenging move you're going to do in this workout. It's push-ups combined with alternating leg lifts. It's a difficult move that requires quite a bit of control over your core muscles and upper body strength. If you need to slow down, slow down. In a few moments you'll see me do this move with an alternative, which is doing the push-ups with your knees on the ground, which is perfectly acceptable, although I would encourage you to try to do a few regular push-ups as you go through this move. It's difficult, but it feels great. It works your tricep muscles, your chest muscles, your core muscles, and your hamstring muscles. Very good compound exercise. Here we go into our 15 seconds of rest. However, you're going to be spending quite a bit of that getting ready for the next move. You're going to turn over on your butt, and there you go in the corner of the screen. There's our next exercise. Exercise number 3 is a Russian twist using a hand weight. Again, you may say, why is this a compound movement? You're really only doing one thing. Well, you're actually utilizing all of your core muscles being the mid-body muscles. You're using your rectus abdominis, your obliques, and your back muscles, and your stabilizing muscles, including your gluteus medius, to keep you sitting up and not falling over or falling backwards. So it is in reality a compound exercise that also happens to be great for the abs. Try to keep your movements slow and controlled, and keep yourself leaning back at about 20 degrees like I am here. And just be strong. Slow down if you need to. We're almost at the end of round 1. You're going to need to stand back up again during your 15 seconds of rest and get ready for your next move, which you will see in the corner of the screen. Okay, great. We're on our last move of round one, which is bicep curls combined with front lunges. This is a great compound movement. It uses the bicep muscles, the butt muscles, the hams, the quads, the calves, and again, those stabilizing core muscles, which help you get back up again when you're in that lowered position. It feels really challenging, and I would encourage you to go the whole 45 seconds. Keep your movements, again, slow and controlled. Try not to let that knee go over the toe. As you move forward into the lunge, think about dropping the back knee down as opposed to bending the front knee forward. If you simply bend the back knee back, the front knee will bend naturally. Hooray! You made it through round one. Have a drink, take a bit of a rest, and get ready for rounds 2 and 3. I'm not going to talk nearly as much for the next 2 rounds, but I'll meet you at the end for our wrap-up. How are you doing? Remember to keep that posture nice and straight. Tuck in that stomach. Keep it nice and tight. Don't raise those arms above 90 degrees and sit back like you're sitting in a chair. Keep on going. You're doing great. Remember, anytime you're doing a movement with hand weights and you're in a standing position, you are utilizing many of your core and stabilizing muscles. That's why it's a great idea to do some exercises like this in a standing position that forces those core muscles to engage. Keep it nice and strong and tight. By round 2, when you're doing this move, which is the most challenging one of the workout, you are going to start to feel fatigued. You can either slow down your movements, take a brief rest, or go down to your knees for the push-up. Remember, just keep going. That's the important thing. If you feel like you're working hard, then you know you are. You've probably seen a number of variations of the Russian twist. You can also use an exercise ball. The cool thing about it is because you're using a weight or something that you have to balance and move back and forth, it forces you to keep the movement very slow and controlled. You have no choice because you're moving a weight back and forth and you have to touch on either side. That's also what helps target the oblique muscles, and not very many ab movements also target the obliques. you're still with me, then you're doing great. You're right at the end of round 2. We're doing those front lunges with the bicep curls. And again, you're remembering to drop that lower leg down and make sure the front knee does not go over the toes. To keep your movements very steady and very controlled, and not to rush anything. You don't want to fall over or wobble. Remember how important it is to keep that core nice and strong. That's the foundation of doing all of these exercises properly, is keeping that core strong and tight. guess what? You've made it to your very last exercise in your very last round, your final set of bicep curls and front lunges. You're going to be fatigued at this time, so try to just keep the movements as steady as you can. Don't rush things and don't lose your balance. Think about making sure that knee doesn't go over the toe, keeping your core nice and tight, and moving forward as smoothly as possible and pushing through the heel to push yourself back into that standing position. You've only got about 10 more seconds left in this entire workout, and I want to congratulate you. You've done great, and you are finished. Yay! Okay, I hope you enjoyed that workout. I thought it was really fun. That was compound exercises. If you like this video, then please subscribe to my channel to receive more workouts like this one. Also, somewhere in the comments below, you'll see a link to my book, The 30-Day Castaway Program, which is available on Amazon Kindle. This is Trainer Julia saying, have a fit day. Have a fit day. I guess I have to do that one more time.
Okay, this